Our next speaker is with an NFT project called Old 80s, and we're going to hear all about it. Come on up on stage. I guess we've got a video. Is there a video to play? Maybe at the end. Okay. Okay, come on up. Here you go.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. That's my first public presentation since ages. So I beg your pardon in case if I would be over-emotional or a bit nervous. I hope that I will be managed to deliver the main message that I really want to deliver for. And let me start. Give me a second. I will open the material here. Thanks. So, one more time. Hi, everyone. My name is KHALIMONOVA. I am the part of the team of the Old 80s. We're the Ukrainian project who is working together 18 months on building the new ecosystem with a completely brand new concept of the NFT project, which will have to be a fusion of the different directions. Which have to be the fusion of the different directions that will be combined in itself the beautiful synergy of the NFT project, the gaming, and the very interesting interactive ecosystem in itself. So, as you could see, we call it old 80s, because when you're talking about the cryptocurrency mostly, when you're talking about the people, about that way it was started, so the average age of the people who is involved in cryptocurrency areas, according with the stats, they are mostly all kind of in majority, from the 80s. And for most of the people from new generation, the 80s, that's something that was really, really long time ago. And for most of the people, when you're talking about something old, that's something ancient, like dinosaurs. So our main character is dinosaur, as you could see. And his name is Andy. And it might seem that it's just the name, but it's not. Actually, nothing in our project that I'm represented right now. It's nothing just like this. Everything have the reason, everything have the history behind, and everything have an explanation. Why the Andy? Because we have one part of the team, one member of our team, whose name is Andy, and who is very similar with our main character. Not so beautiful, though, but definitely who have a lot of similarity, and you will understand why.
Do you have a picture of him?
But,
Do you have a picture of him?
Of our team, and we will try to take him next time on our meeting with that. You definitely want to make sure that they are very similar, understood. But I will explain what exactly the similarity in ways exactly. Yeah, the kind one, yeah, I believe so. He's really charming, actually. He might look a bit scoopy for someone, but that's exactly because sometimes he's insecure in himself, you know. He's the one who is 30 years old, who is living in 80s in California, because where else you could live? Definitely in California, where there is a summer the whole year, where the beautiful ocean, where the beautiful vibes, and according with the vibes and environment where he's living, he is trying to catch who he is. And that's the point. In a way, it's exactly where the similarity with Andy. Why he's trying to catch who he is? Because he's not sure what exactly he's preferring in his life. Today, he's the Rambo with the last blood. Tomorrow, he's the policeman who is saving the world. And every day, he's trying at himself the new role, the new character, the new image, to understand who is really he. And as soon as he have the issues with that, he's not that really issues, but complicities, let's say this way, I'm sure that everyone could recognize himself a little bit on that, because, you know, sometimes we're the real superhero, sometimes, oh, damn, I didn't manage what I want, what a loser. I'm sure that we all pass through that phases. So that's exactly who Andy, he's sometimes doubting in himself, sometimes he's really mighty, who might do everything. And when he had that phases and when he's doubting in himself, he have his shrink who is helping for him. This is the psychiatrist, the Mrs. Taylor, who is really helping him to understand who he is, what he is doing, guiding him through that Amazon forest, let's say, to find himself, to find the way for himself. And that's exactly how the story from the beginning was started 18 months ago. When we was created Andy as a character, we realized that it's not only the image, it's not just NFT. There is a real character with his interest, with his preferences, with his way how to build the life with. And we create a series of cartoons with Andy, where he have daily the new roles, the new experience, the new sharing his lifestyles. But then we realized that, I guess, only the cartoons is not enough. Although cartoons itself is a beautiful industry to have a character with the cartoon stories. We realized that his way of doubting of himself and looking after himself in the way how about the character, the way how he making his picture of himself with the Polaroid. That's, by the way, one of the most familiar things in the 80s, is the Polaroid pictures. And that was inspiration for our NFT collection, because from the beginning what was started like a cartoon was started to have the new curve of the development of the project. We realized that just the Andy, just the story, it's not enough. It's have to be spreaded. It's have to grow exactly like how Andy actually growing emotionally and through the experience. And we created the NFT collections that call it the old 80s, which is look like the actually like the Polaroid pictures, like the one that Andy making with himself daily. And one might think, oh wow, how cool. So it's a digital project that was drawn manually with our artists, which is completely different and highlighting the different qualities of the character, as everyone could find himself. It's a piece of art also. That's really cool. So one might say, well, that's enough. It's awesome. It's a cartoon. It's a character. There is an NFT collection. And it's absolutely blow mind, because the idea plenty will find something that reflects in himself, because he could find something familiar. But it also wasn't enough for us. We not only was inspired with the images of the 80s, with the trends of the 80s, with the fashions, with the different interests that we had in 80s. We decided, okay, as soon as our indie is developing, as soon as we have already the cartoon story, which possible continue to make more and more, because he's developing also, as soon as he have already his own collection, how about he will start to play? And that's exactly what was happened. We created the NFT game. It's called Ancient Gods. It's a cards game. As an inspiration, obviously, as you could see, according with the names, that was the gods. We started with the Greek gods, Norwegian one, and as you could see, the collection is quite some big. We use the main directions on the main countries, the worldwide, as an inspiration to find the possibilities for every gamer to find something that he really like in the card games. Actually, the games is giving you the many possibilities also. Yeah, there is a collection, there is a possible craft. You have the shop where you could purchase and buy between the users. There is an auction, and also it will plan the battle, which is not launched yet, but it's planned as are the future features in the game. And one might say, oh, wow, okay, so they have cartoon, they have character, they have shrink, they have NFT collection and game. Blow mind, what else they want? But it seems that, when you're starting to live something, when you really love what you're doing, it's very hard to stop, because the more thing you're making, the more interesting it became for you. Which is why we decided that only the card game is not enough, because not all gamers love the cards game. We wanted to have a quest game. So this is our unique and special features also, because there is a quest game completely on the blockchain. And it's not only the quest game on the blockchain. There is a game on the blockchain that used NFTs, that possible craft together and possible to burn between. And might say, okay, wow, I'm starting to be confused. So you have one game for card lovers, card game lovers. You have another game for quest, and you have an NFT. How it's matched together? Well, that's very simple. If you're an NFT owner, you will get the airdrops. And through that airdrops, you will get some features. And to have in the airdrops, you would be able to craft. And when you're able to craft, you have extra access for the new features that you could implement in each of the games. And it might seem that it's, okay, that's clear. But it's not really, because each of the steps with the craft, with the new features that you would have, with the new drops that you would receive, will open and open and open for you the new and new perspectives. So if we would take a look, there is a plenty of artifacts that you could collect it and combine. But as an NFT owner, you will get it absolutely for free, which is awesome for NFT holders, but also possible as an opportunity for just the gamers who don't know anything or don't want to be involved in an NFT, but he have to purchase that. But as an NFT holder, you will receive the old drops and the old artifacts for free. So it will be the keys. And one might say, oh, okay, but we already was received kind of the box and open what the key have to make. And the keys in our airdrops through the crafting, that will be something very mysterious, let's say in this way, because that would be exactly the way and steps where you have to think how to use and where to use to get something very special, exactly as our character. So I was trying to do my best to be as short as possible, as simple as possible, although it's extremely hard to talk about the NFT in the simple way. I was trying to show you why exactly for us, Andy, it's not just the picture, digitalized picture, that's the really personality who is standing behind. In our plans to grow the idea of the cartoon for not to stop, because cartoon itself, it's extremely cute, and believe me, when you're watching the little cartoons about the Andy who's sharing his life experience, or how the day was, or what was awesome, or what not so, and he's sharing with his shrink, which we're not showing so far, because we don't want to take away the focus from the main character. But in the meantime, there is a two-person already in the idea, yeah, in the cartoon itself. So, Miss Teller, this might be someone really interested in secret person in the future development that we are planning to do. Thank you so much. If you would have any questions, please come to our stand. We will be happy to assist and answer on early questions that you have. Thank you.
The video at the end.
Oh, yeah, the main part that I was almost skip. We have the little video that's showing, visualize the whole game and the whole idea behind it. You could take a look. Thank you.